Hi, my name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to close out April's budget and go over my spending. So let's go ahead and get started. I have one overspend category, and that's my Roth IRA. I sent an extra $100 to it, and that's because I've already taken a look at how much money I had available at the end of the month and figured out where I want that money to go. 100 of those dollars went to my Roth IRA, and I've already made that payment. So now we're just going to go ahead and cover it with just money I had left over. Okay, so basically this is all the money that I have left over at the end of the month. As you can see, it was kind of a higher spend month for me. I'm going to move it all to ready to assign, see how much I have, and then send it to the different categories. So all in all, I have $130.37 from these different categories right here, which are all variable expenses, even though only these ones are under that official category group. So from there, let's first cover this overspending. So we'll send an extra $100 to my Roth IRA to cover that. Then, like always, I want to get this number looking nice and clean. So we will send 37 cents to holding. All right, so that leaves $30. I'm going to focus on these categories, which are my focus areas. Okay, so we're gonna send $5 to the visitors category just to get that to an even 50, and then the remaining $25 will go to home goods because we do have to place a Costco order pretty soon. We're out of paper towels, toilet paper, scent boosters for the laundry, soap. Just we're out of everything. So some of those things will come from this home goods category. So it's good that I brought it up a bit to $70. But that takes care of all the extra money that we had at the end of April. And if I didn't mention this before, today is Sunday, April 30th. So it is the last day of the month. It's about 6:30 p.m. So I'm fairly certain that I'm not going to have any other expenses the rest of this month. So now let's go ahead and look at my spending. Okay, perfect. So all of my accounts are included in here. The only categories that are not included are the reimbursement ones. I never include that because that's just money that, my boyfriend sends me, my sister send me, just things like that. So don't need to include that. Overall, it was a good income month. Obviously not compared to March, which was a 3-paycheck month and my bonus, but still I had some overtime. So my pay came to $3,901.19. I did receive a check in the mail for $28.90. I didn't budget this on camera. I just did it on my own time because it was such a small amount. And it was from an Apple lawsuit that I guess I didn't know I was a part of, but it's always nice to get a small bump in pay. Then I also received my Illinois state refund. I thought I had taken care of all that back in February when I did my tax refund budget with me, but I guess not. We did receive okay, so this is what happened. Because it was our first time filing with the state of Illinois, since obviously our first time filing here, we had to mail in our tax return and then they mailed us a check. It's for the very first time, so next year we'll be able to do it online and it'll be a lot smoother. So I got a refund of $94. For a total income of $4,024.09. So pretty good. Again, over here, the only categories that are not selected are those reimbursement categories down here. So everything else is selected. This month I spent $3,642.62 on everything. This is a lot higher than normal. It was a very, very high spend month. And you'll notice a little bit further down that I didn't pay one thing in April, and I'll get into that a little later on. So for my Focus on Now categories, that made up over 40% of my total spending for the month, and that's because we bought a chair and a rug for our living room. So the chair and rug were $1,015.93. That's for my half, so it's double. And then we had to buy some rug tape to tape it down so nobody trips or anything, and then some scent plugins from Amazon. We also tipped the delivery guys $15 each, so that was my portion. And then I bought a cart from Amazon for just all my supplies that were sitting on my desk. Our living room is small, our apartment is small, so both my desk and my boyfriend's desk that we use pretty much daily because we both work from home. Well, we both work hybrids, but he works from home more than I do. I work from home at least 2 days a week. Anyways, I had a lot of stuff on my desk. I put everything in the cart and kind of hid it, and it's much more organized, money well spent. So my half of the home goods was $1,079.17. The majority of that, the very, very large majority, is because of the chair and rug, and no regrets because I love it. Then $450 was for family stuff. My grandma was in the hospital and my dad was paying her bill, and just so he didn't have to pay for all of it, my siblings and I pitched in for some of it. He still had to pay like the majority of it. So we each gave $450 between 4 of us. That's a good chunk of money to help my dad out a little bit. So that's what that is. Next is saving and investing, making up just over 35% of my total spending for the month, and this is so exciting to see. This was all my Roth IRA. 1334. So of the 1334, 542 went to my 2022 Roth, 792 went to 2023. So finally have gotten started on my Roth for this year. My goal is to max it out, so we'll see what happens. But if I continue at this rate, yes, I can do it, no problem. But it's kind of hard to keep up that momentum, long term. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. After saving and investing, there's food, making up 12.6% of the total spending. Of that, I normally budget $250 for groceries, and I spent $249.31 on groceries this month. So it's extremely close to my budget, but still under budget. It's very exciting that I was able to keep it under, even as close as it was. But that's 52.3% of my total food spending was groceries, which I think is good. Then about 36% was dining out, and that's $171.15, and this is higher than it's been because kind of last minute, my best friend from Utah decided to come visit. She was not in Chicago, but in a city nearby for a work thing, and decided to hop on up for the weekend. It was pretty last minute, so I didn't have time to save extra for her being here, which is fine because I was still under budget. I normally budget $200 for dining out. So we ate out a lot the weekend she was here. So 5 times from Saturday or Friday evening till Monday morning. So a lot. I just don't know when she'll be back or if she'll be back. So we just wanted to make sure we hit up all of our spots. The bagel place in our neighborhood, that's my favorite. I went to McDonald's one day, Lou Malnati's. Oh, my boyfriend had, I think, a free appetizer coupon thing. So we went and got a small deep dish pizza and free wings. We went to Happy Lamb, which is a hot pot, Mongolian hot pot, I want to say, in Chinatown. And basically for my boyfriend's birthday, he got a free meal the day of his birthday, and we did this for my birthday too. So what we did is went and just split the cost of the second meal. 50-50. That was not his birthday meal. That was separate, that I paid for myself. I also got another bagel. We went to the Time Out Market in Fulton Market. Spent $34.08 because I always, typically when I see sweet plantains on the menu somewhere, I like to get them, even though typically I don't get like appetizers or sides or anything. I'm pretty much just entree only when I go out to eat, but I had to do it. So that's why it was a little bit more than normal. We went to Small Cheval, which is a burger place here in our neighborhood. It's a cute place. So it was a fun little walk with my friend. And I had burgers. Their fries were good. It was just a good time. We went to my favorite pizza place, Pequod's. And then our favorite restaurant, and then we went to our favorite Mexican restaurant, Cinco Rabanitos in Pilsen. It is so, so good. If you're ever in the Chicago area, you want to make sure, I recommend going there. It's so good. And then another bagel with her the morning she left. $29.54 spent on treats. That's 6.2% of the total. And honestly, it's just like vending machine stuff, CVS candy, things like that. And then finally, $26.44 on work lunches, which is 5.5% of the total. And because we ate out so much, I wanted to not eat out as much during the week. So early on, I went to Sbarro, and then Raising Cane's, which is my favorite. I'll probably go again in May. And then one day I forgot to pack a lunch, and it was so busy at work. I didn't even have time to order food or go get food or anything. So I just hit up the vending machine for my lunch and spent $3.85. Okay, so A&G it's my boyfriend and me. And this was money that I spent from his birthday category. I spent $217.15. I didn't get him a present. I paid for some things that he wanted. Long story, but anyways, $217.15 is what I spent. And that included his birthday meal, which was Little Bad Wolf up in Andersonville. I got the steak frites, and it was so, so good. Oh my gosh. I bought him some like noodles and sauces that he wanted from a coffee shop market thing. And then we went to Benihana one day, which after the coupon, it was $92.79. So it's pretty expensive nowadays. And like I said, we don't get appetizers. We don't get desserts. Well, that one comes with a dessert, like ice cream. We don't get drinks or anything like that. So it's pretty pricey. Okay, and then bills. Bills made up 3.6% of my total spending. Of that, $79.33 for my phone, and then $58 for the ComEd bill. As you can see, there's no rent category here, which would have increased my spending way, way more. But I honestly have no idea what happened. So typically around the 26th, 27th of the month, I pay my rent for the next month. So April 26th, I went into the app for my apartment building to go pay our May rent, and it wasn't there. And I was like, okay, I'll wait a couple of days, see if it comes up, and it still didn't come up. So I called them, and they said that this was our promotional month, but that was actually last month's payment. So I don't know what the deal is. I wonder if when we re-upped our lease, instead of doing the promotion at the end of our lease in September 2024 or August 2024, if they moved it to the beginning of the lease, which would be May. That's when our second lease starts. I don't know what happened there. So the money is sitting in my account. It's not included in here, and I guess we'll just see. We'll just keep it there. We won't spend it. Then 1.3% of my total spending was for subscription and fees, which is $49.29. And this is the same every month. This hasn't really, I guess kind of. So Peloton, Apple One, Hulu, and Netflix. Hulu is a little more than usual. And I believe I talked about this in the previous video, but my boyfriend and I signed up for what did we sign up for? Oh, like a Showtime add-on on Hulu. It was like $3.99 a month for 3 months, and then it's regular price. And we wanted to watch Yellow Jackets and Your Honor too. So we signed up for that, and we're splitting it. So Hulu's a little more than normal. Normal, I think, is like $5.45. So it's okay. Definitely worth it. And then variable expenses is entertainment. We went to John Wick 4 early in the month, and so these are the snacks. And then we rented a movie on Amazon. So again, this is for my half. I gave $10 to the Bucket Boys, so that was a cash gift. And then $6.88 for miscellaneous. I bought a barbell pad so I can do squats because it was really hurting my back. I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable. Definitely worth the money. This is my half. For sinking funds, it's not here because it's a credit technically. So we took 2 Ubers. My boyfriend and I had tickets to go see Little Mermaid, the ballet. And then last minute we found out my friend was coming to visit. So he gave her his ticket, and then she and I Ubered home after the ballet. So that's for my half. And then $4.99 is another Uber that we took while she was in town after a whole day of walking. We were just so tired, and we're like, let's just take an Uber. So that's my third. And then $22.50 credit is because my friend paid, so Melissa paid my boyfriend for the ticket, and he's like, we'll just split yours, because he was planning on coming and going with me, and I wouldn't have gone without him. So he was kind enough to do that. And then the Gabby Improvement Fund. Oh, heavens. Okay. So is there, I wish this would come up here, but it's not here because I'm still like, I had a bigger credit than I spent. As you can tell, there's a lot going on here. So I bought toothbrushes and Q-tips from the grooming category, dry shampoo. I bought a dog sticker that would be in my hobbies category. I bought some stationery from a store in New York. I just ordered it. So that was $44.24. I bought a notebook, and then I bought another notebook because I'm obsessed. I bought just like this journaling thing, like a sticker holder thing from the Travelers Company. So there's that. And then I bought a Bando sticker book from Amazon because those are my favorite sticker books. And then the big one was that I bought a purse from the brand Claire V. And I know it's a lot of money, but honestly, I don't have that many purses, and I have the money available, so don't come at me. I had like way more than that, like double, probably more even, than what I spent in my shopping category, and I've been saving up, and so I treated myself. And while it is a lot of money, I feel like I got a good deal because it came with, there was a promotion that if you spend $200, you can get a free strap, and the straps are pretty pricey. So I got the strap that I can use with another Claire V bag I have that's older, and it looks so cute, and I'm so excited about this purse, and I have no regrets. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the purse I bought, the Grand Fanny. I just think it's so cute. I don't know. I like it. So I bought that. And that takes care of all of my spending for the month of April. When I went over my March spending, I said that I would kind of talk about how much I ended up spending in March after all my returns went through. So let's go ahead and change this to March. So the Gabby Improvement Fund was my largest category, and I spent about $700 on shopping, which is crazy. At that point, only a couple of returns had gone through, and then honestly, I was not loving anything. And this is why I had so much money in my shopping category and I was able to buy that purse. It's because everything that came in I wasn't in love with. I kept a couple of things. I ended up spending, after all my returns went through in March, I spent $34.63, which is nuts. I do place large orders knowing that I will be returning some things. I just didn't expect to not love everything. Like, I didn't even like it enough. Like, Madewell is kind of pricey, so I need to really, really love something to keep it. I don't want to be like in between. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And everything was either no way or okay. Nothing I fell in love with. The things that I did love, I did end up keeping. Obviously, it wasn't much. I think it was a skirt and a romper. And so they were fairly cheap. I think it was an Old Navy purchase. Oh, and an H&M skirt. So very cheap items. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind returning things. I know some people don't and just kind of hold on to things. I have people in my life like that. They buy, they don't love it, and then just kind of hold on to it. But definitely not me. I don't mind returning, obviously. So I only spent $34.63 in March with my shopping, even though obviously it was way more. The $700 is after some returns had gone through. In reality, what came out of my account was $1,068. $1,033 came back into my account once I returned everything. It's fine. I don't care. But honestly, I will probably be spending some more money coming up here in May, because with the trip coming up, I always like to buy things for the trip and things that I think I'll be using this summer. So I have some sandals in mind. My sandals that I've been using for the last couple of years are pretty much done for. Just walking in the city kind of is hard on my shoes, obviously, because all we do is walk. We walk everywhere. So I'll probably spend about probably like $80 on those sandals. They're cute. I'll show you once I get them, if I get them. And then just some t-shirts to like refresh them. The same t-shirts that I previously have, just in newer, so they're like crisp and clean and everything. And then I might buy a swimsuit for my Vegas trip. We'll see. But that's it. That's what I spent in April of 2023. This number is huge. It's a lot bigger than I'm used to seeing here. And that's not even including rent, which is wild. If we look at my income versus expense category report, you can see that my net income, so all the money I brought in minus all the money that went out, is $381.47, which is pretty low. This is usually a lot higher, but that's okay. I was saving up to buy a chair and a rug, so I knew those expenses were coming. They were here. So now I won't have to buy a chair or a rug, so that's out of the way. But again, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Bye.